The topic of vaccines has been a highly debated and polarizing issue in recent years, with some individuals and groups claiming that vaccines can be detrimental to one's health. As a result, some Christians have begun to question the safety and efficacy of vaccines and are seeking guidance on how to navigate this complex issue. In this essay, we will explore the claims that vaccines can make you unhealthy and discuss what Christians can do about it. One of the primary concerns surrounding vaccines is the use of toxic ingredients, such as mercury and formaldehyde, which are used as preservatives to extend the shelf life of vaccines. Some argue that these ingredients can cause a range of health problems, including neurological damage, autoimmune disorders, and even cancer. Additionally, some vaccines contain aborted fetal tissue, which can be a moral and ethical concern for many Christians. Another concern is the concept of herd immunity, which suggests that a certain percentage of the population must be vaccinated in order to protect those who are unable to receive vaccines, such as the elderly and young children. However, some argue that this concept is based on flawed science and that vaccines can actually weaken the immune system, making individuals more susceptible to illness. Furthermore, the use of multiple vaccines at once, as is common in many vaccine schedules, can be overwhelming to the immune system, leading to a range of adverse reactions. Despite these concerns, it is essential to note that the overwhelming majority of the scientific community agrees that vaccines are safe and effective. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) and the World Health Organization here have extensively studied the safety and efficacy of vaccines and have concluded that the benefits of vaccination far outweigh the risks. In fact, vaccines have been credited with saving millions of lives and preventing countless cases of disease. So, what can Christians do about the issue of vaccines? Firstly, it is essential to approach this topic with a critical and nuanced perspective, recognizing that there are valid concerns on both sides of the debate. Christians should seek to educate themselves on the science behind vaccines, as well as the biblical principles that guide our decisions regarding health and wellness. The Bible teaches us to be good stewards of our bodies, which are temples of the Holy Spirit, 1 Corinthians 6:19-20. This means taking care of our physical health, as well as being mindful of the potential risks and benefits associated with vaccines. Christians can also advocate for greater transparency and accountability within the vaccine industry. This can involve supporting organizations that are working to develop safer and more effective vaccines, as well as advocating for policy changes that prioritize informed consent and vaccine choice. Furthermore, Christians can support and promote alternative approaches to health and wellness, such as nutrition, exercise, and stress management, which can help to build a strong and resilient immune system. Ultimately, the decision to vaccinate or not is a personal one and should be made after careful consideration and prayer. Christians should seek to follow the biblical principle of loving their neighbors as themselves, Mark 12:31, which includes taking steps to protect the health and well-being of those around them. By approaching this issue with compassion, empathy, and a commitment to truth, Christians can work to build a more just and equitable healthcare system, one that prioritizes the health and well-being of all individuals. In conclusion, while there are valid concerns surrounding the safety and efficacy of vaccines, it is essential to approach this topic with a nuanced and informed perspective. Christians can play a vital role in promoting greater awareness and understanding of this issue, as well as advocating for policy changes that prioritize transparency, accountability, and informed consent. By working together to build a more just and equitable healthcare system, we can promote the health and well-being of individuals and communities and fulfill our biblical mandate to love and care for one another.